When I reviewed the boAt Rugby Bluetooth speaker, I wasn't that impressed. Now recently boAt has released a couple of new water resistant speakers. And today with me I have the Stone 200. Let's see if the Stone 200 impresses me. Retailing for around 1500 Indian currency, the Stone 200 is made of completely plastic except for the metal grill and is protected by a rubber material. Now the grill on the back feels a little bit plastic and the rubber covering the speaker seems a bit thin, at least on the top where the controls are, because I can clearly see the LED light through the rubber when the speaker is on. Now the rubber material is what makes the Stone 200 IPX5, which in plain English means water and shock resistant, but not dust proof or even dust resistant. It's good for indoor and not so muddy or dusty outdoor activities. The speaker itself is small, lightweight and portable. The buttons on the top are not very clicky because of the rubber but feels tactile enough. Now the design, well, it's nothing to go wow about. It's a typical square shaped speaker like most other brands. Now I do love the exposed screws on the corner just like on the SoundPeats P2. Now I wish the Stone 200 was priced a little less considering it's just IPX5, but other than that I'm pretty happy with the build and the design, but as always, you guys can be the judge. You can find the power button, volume up and down, which also acts as the next and previous, play, pause, answer button at the top of the speaker. The bottom of the speaker has a bicycle screw connector for outdoor activities. You can find an LED indicator and a mic hidden somewhere at the front of the speaker, and calls sound pretty decent. The micro USB charging port, aux in port, can be found at the side, hidden under a flap. Now talking about ports, boAt does bundle a short charging cable and an aux in cable, which I always appreciate. Now pairing is pretty straightforward. Turn on the Bluetooth speaker and it goes into pairing mode automatically with a blinking blue LED turning solid once connected. As always, my expectations with small Bluetooth speakers are reasonable, especially if it's a water resistant speaker. So here is a sample of the audio quality. Now if you want a more brief sound test and comparison videos, the links can be found in the description or on the cards above. So there it is. As I always say, sound recorded through my microphone, YouTube's processing, played through your speaker is not going to be accurate. So here is my opinion. I was surprised by its performance. It has really nice bass for its size. It wasn't muffled or teeny sounding because of being water resistant. The mids and highs were pretty good without being too sharp. Now the highs with some songs seem to be a bit sharp, but for the most part it sounded pretty good. Instrumentals also sounded good. Now when the speaker is wet, the sound tends to be a little bit muffled, but once it dries off, it sounds pretty good. Now the Stone 200 gets reasonably loud for its size and is definitely loud enough for outdoor activities. Now as with most speakers, there is a little bit distortion at higher volumes, around 90% or so, but it was distortion free for the most part. Overall, this is a nice sounding speaker for its size. The range was pretty standard. Walking around my home, I didn't have any issues except for some occasional choppiness, but lost connection when I tried to take it to the car parking. Now the battery life is really awesome for this size Bluetooth speaker. The only speaker better than this is the SoundPeats P2. There is no way to know the exact battery left other than the green LED indicator, which blinks when low with a beep every few seconds. Now SoundPeats claims around 10 hours of battery life, and in my testing at 55 to 60% volume, I got an insane 19 hours. Now to charge the speaker from dead to full, it took me around 3 hours and 45 minutes, and the red LED indicator will turn off once charged. And yes, you can use the speaker while it's charging. Now reviewing the boAt Stone 200 feels like deja vu for me. I feel like I'm reviewing a modified or a downgraded version of SoundPeats P2. Now the boAt Stone has got a lot of things right here: solid build, good sound quality, and a really good battery life. But the one thing it got wrong, at least in my opinion, is the price. Now yes, 1500 is not expensive by any means, but looking at its competition, this seems just a little bit high for what it offers. Now, as much as I would love to compare the boAt 200 with bigger speakers of similar price like the Posh, Rugby, SoundPeats P3 and many others, I'm going to compare it with a very similar speaker which I recently reviewed, the SoundPeats P2. They both are very similar in a lot of ways, from the notification tone, the LED colors for various functions, and even the packaging. But the SoundPeats P2 offers just a little bit extra in every category. For example, the SoundPeats P2 is IP65 rated, whereas the boAt Stone 200 is just IPX5, which in simple English means the P2 is dust resistant in addition to being water and shock resistant. Also, the P2 feels just a little bit more sturdy. Now when it comes to sound quality though, both the P2 and the Stone sound pretty good. The prominent difference in my opinion is the bass. The P2 has marginally better bass and loudness thanks to its 6-watt driver. And the battery life on P2 is just mind-blowing. Not that the boAt Stone 200 is bad by any means, but the P2 gets you 24 hours easily. And finally, the price. P2 retails for 1300 or even sometimes 1200. That's 200 to 300 rupees lesser than the boAt Stone. Now if you are still confused and waiting for me to say it out loud, well, the boAt Stone 200 is a good speaker, but the SoundPeats P2 is a better option in every way possible. Skip the boAt Stone 200 and grab the SoundPeats P2. Hope you guys enjoyed this review and thank you for watching. If you are interested in the speaker, you can find the links in the description below the like button. So which one you guys would choose, the boAt Stone 200 or the SoundPeats P2? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Adi. I'll see you guys in the next video.